For many centuries, humanity has wrestled with the riddle of how history began. Today, scientists take their starting point to be the Big Bang, which occurred around 14 billion years ago. The early universe was a place of high energy, high temperatures, and high density, where the processes that transformed matter, physical forces, and chemical elements into their current form took place. At the time that concerns us, this process of creation had been underway for almost 9 billion years. Back then, in a corner of the universe on the outskirts of the Milky Way, important events were starting to unfold. The ground was being prepared for the birth of our planet. Before long, 2 supernovae in one of our galaxy's spiral arms exploded amid a cloud of interstellar gas and ice dust. The blast from these explosions shook loose a gigantic cloud of gas and dust, launching a process that would lead to the formation of a new star system. Here, in a stream of energy, elements, and first substances, the Sun and its entire retinue of planets were formed. Distant clouds of hydrogen and helium gave birth to the gas giants, and solid elements, silicon, magnesium, iron, and nickel, to the planets closer to the Sun. Then, around 4.5 billion years ago, Earth appeared. Our young planet was subject to frequent blows from other celestial bodies. These meteorites and comets heated the Earth's surface. A collision with the planet Theia led to the creation of the Moon, our natural cosmic satellite. This, or something like this, was how the first lines were written in the rich history of the third planet, which is approximately a third as old as the universe itself. The subsequent history of the Earth was spun by the Creator and by evolution into a chain of unending transformations, astounding in their diversity and scale. We will follow this timeline as it spirals forward. Within just a few moments, we will touch upon the ancient geological periods. We will discover how the first atmosphere was formed, learn about the circumstances in which the first ocean was born, understand how life emerged and developed, and return to the present day in anticipation of new knowledge about the universe and our home planet.
are encounters between humans and monsters buried in old newspaper archives around the country. Over the last 10 years, our team has uncovered hundreds of historic tales describing encounters with mysterious biological creatures.
Cold Case Cryptids is different because we're looking into the historical narrative behind the articles. And we've uncovered some really fascinating evidence. We recently went to Meadville, Mississippi. One of our articles was based out of that region.
Our research has recently uncovered evidence that casts serious doubt on the Meadville article. The 8-foot-tall, hairy monster may have been fabricated to create fear in the minds of post-Civil War slaves and suppress their movements, and maybe even their desire to move off of the plantation.
This cotton must be the pick of the crop.
We've talked to historians that have pointed out alternative explanations for what happened in the articles.
It has broken the Negroes from attending lawyer leagues at night in that section of the country. Y'all, there it is. This was a propaganda tool to keep the black people from doing anything subversive to the white movement.
We're going into the community and talking to individuals that live in the area and trying to connect the events that happened a long time ago out of these articles with real-time events that are happening today.
Melissa is a classical violin instructor by profession and also our team researcher.
I was introduced to the worlds of cryptids by my father in 2005 after my mother passed away, and it was a way for us to bond. I knew we needed to go to the places these sightings occurred and do some digging to see if these stories were really true.
Max, a franchise business owner, is the team archivist, making him a walking encyclopedia of all things monster.
Throughout the years, I came in contact with a benefactor while we was researching cryptids. We put a team together to develop a FLIR system to use out in the woods to locate the cryptids. That was my niche.
We also have Idaho State University professor Dr. Jeff Meldrum, a leading expert on the subject of cryptozoology and popular media personality.
All these historical accounts establish a precedent. The challenge of going back to the original sources, the original locations, to determine if there is some basis of truth to these historical accounts.
I am a Microsoft engineer who became obsessed after witnessing something I can't describe. I formed Cold Case Cryptids after my research uncovered thousands of astonishing monster articles.
We have monsters that fly, monsters that swim, hairy monsters that walk on 2 legs, and creatures that run around on 4 legs. And we're looking to uncover the truth behind these articles. Are they based in fact? That's what we're trying to figure out.
Could our ancestors have known more about strange creatures than we have been led to believe? The truth could change what we understand about past interactions between our ancestors and the monsters they encountered.